So what happened was it was some tenant committed arson in the building, and the stepfather was walking out the building, and the guy that committed arson took a cheap shot while in custody of the police. And the stepfather attacked back, and he fled the scene. But while he was fleeing the scene, he was tripped by a police officer, so he fell onto the ground. His arms was scratched up pretty badly, and that's when the police jumped on top of him.
It's not nothing new. You're not supposed to fight with the police. They're gonna whip your ass when you fight with them. The police are a fucking gang, and they're showing you that. Look at the rest of them coming. Look at the rest of the police coming. You don't want to fight with the cops. They're gonna whip you. Look at the whole fucking precinct come. Look. You don't fight with the fucking police. They're gonna whip you. You gotta be still.
Oye, pues yo lo partieron, papá.
El policía no viene a pelear contigo de una vez. No. Él está peleando,
So they used too much force, and then they started to hit him. So that's when people decided to jump in, because we understand as individuals and as citizens, police have to do their job, and we're not saying that what they was doing was wrong, because he was wrong for taking that action. But in that case, I blame the police department for having these two individuals close to each other after he committed the arson. So I mean, I feel the pain for the stepfather that almost have his family, take their lives taken for this. So that was the biggest issue. We just felt like if you're gonna do your job and protect people, you could detain people without harming them.
So how did the community respond? I mean, you mentioned the people from the community kind of fighting back and responding to the police brutality that was happening.
Yeah, basically with the community, as soon as they started to, certain individuals started to speak up and yell at the police officers, stating, this is not right, you're choking him, he's being choked, he's not fighting back, he's not restraining, you don't have to do this. And more officers started to arrive at the scene. So there was practically the whole precinct there. And they turned it against us, where they was actually standing in like a line, like they were standing in front of us, pushing us backwards, but we weren't attacking them. We were just speaking and expressing ourselves, because we like that building, for example, they have a lot of people that we consider each other family. So it was based on seeing another individual being hurt, and we just took it upon ourselves to just take action and to speak up, and we was united. So it was more like we knew what to do. It wasn't like someone was telling us well, we need to do this. It was just we were just tired of it. It happens all the time in the community, other communities around the world, in the United States. It isn't right. And it was just amazing how they turned that situation of someone getting beat up against us, and they made it seem like if we said anything to protect the individual, that they were going to beat us up as well. So it was real shocking that some of the police officers even pushed pregnant women, old ladies, and I was astonished by the actions that they took. I feel like some people were afraid, but they had the guts to still stand up to the police because they knew that what was being done was wrong and it was not justified for, you know, the actions wasn't justified, because no one should ever be beaten, even if they commit a crime. It's not right for the police to take they you know, their authority and to abuse their power. So that was something that a lot of people was, you know, I mean, there was couples that was there was grandmothers, and you know, most of the time the women were always trying to hold back the man, but they was fighting back as well, but they were trying to hold back the males because they know that police always targets young black Latinos, and even old Latinos or black males. My perspective on the community fighting back is a positive one, because I feel like that was a time where people were actually fighting together and not just seeing someone being, you know, an individual person just being, you know, attacked. It was like attack on the whole community. So I believe that it could start more, like it could start to something more, because people now could get together and unite and be able to find, you know, ways of getting the community coming as a whole, because it's not just a building, it's many buildings that experience these incidents. My name is Christian Johnson, and I'm a resident of the South Bronx, and thank you for having me.